Some of New York's great food can be found outside Manhattan and the glare of the bright lights. Ever since its establishment by the Dutch in the 17th century, Brooklyn has been a place of immigrants.
I'm 1 minute in the Dominican Republic, and the next minute I'm in Yemen, and then the next minute I'm in old Ireland.
So it allows some people to feel at home and other people to travel.
Exactly.
Eating in these places allowed us to span the globe in a single day, and it became clear to us that if Brooklyn's official motto is strength through unity, its unofficial one is unity through food.
I try to take people to the neighborhood places that literally everybody in the neighborhood knows about it, but somehow nobody else does.
The damage from Sandy is staggering.
Millions in the Northeast struggle in the wake of Hurricane Sandy.
The ravages of Hurricane Sandy remain a real and immediate problem in Brooklyn.
You know, we support each other. We do what we can financially for each other. But right now, being scattered, it's tough.
But on the whole, residents have risen to the challenge and restaurants have played an important role.
We ran out, we started cooking chicken for the people in the projects that were still homebound.
Famous Fat Dave,
Oh, someone just almost got run over.
as he likes to be known,
And oh, here you go, perfect. There's hipsters and their hipster baby.
is a licensed New York City taxi driver.
5-0.
He gives food tours in a Checker marathon, and he was our guide for the day.
Let's go. So, our first stop is a little lunch counter in Bed-Stuy, Bedford-Stuyvesant. We're going to go to an interesting little spot. It's certainly the only Jewish deli in the whole city that's closed for Ramadan. Okay, so here at David's Brisket House, we got to get brisket. So we get brisket on rye with gravy, and a pastrami sandwich on rye with mustard. Hey, how's it going?
Fine, how you doing?
Good. Could we get a pastrami on rye with mustard, medium, please?
That's this thing, yeah?
Yep.
Wow, look at this. Thank you.
Yeah, you can see how moist. Dig in.
Ooh. That is the best pastrami I've ever tasted. Can we meet Riyadh?
Sure, let's go. Let's go talk to him.
So you think a place like this really helps communities to come together in a place like Brooklyn?
I think it does. I think it does because here we are. Yemenite Muslims running a Jewish deli in a Caribbean, African-American dominated neighborhood. You have Jewish not that far, a couple of blocks up Eastern Parkway, and you have everybody coming here together, sitting down and eating, you know, a unique dish from unique people.
How do people learn about other cultures by eating?
I guess food speaks for itself. Like, you don't have to really travel to the Middle East or to India or anywhere to kind of understand other people's culture. You could just eat the food.
So Dave, wow, we just had Yemeni Jewish
Yemeni Muslims serving Russian Jewish pastrami and brisket
in a black neighborhood.
in a black neighborhood.
What's going on?
Welcome to Brooklyn. What we're going to is a place called Brennan and Carr for hot beef, roast beef. So, talk to Eddie Sullivan. Nice. Wow. Well, we're just going to share everything.
Yeah, maybe a couple of plates.
Yeah. That's the pure, just beef dipped.
The Russo family from Gargiulio's in Coney Island, they would order it for years. People started seeing it and hearing about it, and all of a sudden...
So this is Italian-Irish fusion.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Right. It's got the burger.
Cooked by Irishmen, invented by Italians.
The burger, cheese, onions, and then the hot beef on top.
Just looking around the restaurant, there's a lot of firemen here, a lot of first responders. Is that because of Sandy?
The area has really, been flooded with first responders looking to help, guys volunteering from different states, and surrounding areas had, half a mile away, had 6 feet of water in their business.
Eddie Sullivan seems like a very generous man.
He really is. He really is.
He told me that he gives discounts to the firemen and that he's really trying to help out the local community.
Yeah, and that's not rare. I mean, people do that. It's because these are these little neighborhood places, and they're not doing it for the publicity either. You know, it's not because PBS is filming them. It's because it's their friends and their neighbors. So next we're going to go to Red Hook, Brooklyn. This was the worst neighborhood in New York City 20 years ago, when New York City was the worst city in the country, and now they're doing much better.
So pies here.
Pies are here. Steve's authentic key lime pies.
Fill and chill, please.
Fill and chill. Okay, that's the invitation I can't turn down. Thank you. That's delicious.
Cheers.
You're not sick of key lime pies?
I don't eat them as much as
Steve, we're here enjoying these pies, but of course it hasn't been cheerful times in this neighborhood recently. What did the hurricane mean for you and for the community?
We've had, it was an amazing outpour of volunteers. They were here in droves and just lining up, ready to do work that was not very pleasant work to do. They did more in one day that it would have taken us 6 weeks to do.
How did that make you feel?
Oh, it's very humbling, and it's very, it's touching to feel that kind of outpouring of effort, and not just me, it's every business here. 2 tarts?
Yeah, 2 tarts.
Okay. So, you know, we're glad we're back up and running.
But on the whole, Sandy, you would say, brought the best out of some people in terms of their generosity. And
I think it depends on who you are, if it brought the best out of you or the worst, but it certainly didn't leave you the same.
The French philosopher Brillat-Savarin once said, "Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are." It became apparent today that where you eat and whom you eat it with is just as important.